Hey guys, thanks for checking out another one of my favorites videos. This month has actually been pretty mellow. We haven't really done a whole lot, so there were a few products that really stuck out that I wanted to share with you guys, but other than that, it's really just been kind of yard work and that kind of stuff, which has been really nice. So without further ado, let's get started. Share my current handbag that I've been using a lot. I think because I've just kind of been running errands and I just wanted something that I could throw everything in. I have been using my Neverfull in the size. This has been such a good tote. This also, I'm going to say, is one of my favorites for the month. I had one of these before that I just bought as a wristlet and I carried it a little bit, but this has been great. We've been taking every night the dog on a walk, which has been really nice if we're going to run to a store or something and I want to have my phone and I want to have, you know, credit cards or whatever. I have been carrying the pouch that goes with it. It's one of those things that sometimes I think it's not really worth the money if you were to purchase it as a replacement piece. But this month I've actually really been enjoying her. I think too with the piping, with the coloring, it's been really fun. So that's my first favorite. Second is, I think I also mentioned this last month, my Toiletry 26. This has been so good in my Neverfull MM. I also, if I'm carrying a small bag, will tend to just throw this in the trunk of my car or something. And this I've just been keeping all sorts of, I swear every day it kind of changes, all sorts of goodies. Right now I have a granola bar, I have chargers, I have gift cards, I have my treasures pouch. I even in here have my key holder. So this has just kind of been a throw-all, a catch-all, which my Toiletry 19 is also a catch-all, but this one I just really have been enjoying. And I think the colors of the patches, at first I was a little afraid to use it, thinking that they were gonna chip or anything, and I've just really been loving it. And it makes me smile every time I see these little patches. So that would be my second favorite of this month. Another thing that I found I was getting a lot of use out of, which I haven't really talked that much on my channel about this bag, I have been just loving how easy this is. This has kind of been such a great crossbody bag. If I don't want something really dressy like my Pochette Matisse, and if I want something larger that I don't have to switch out my wallet like my Palm Springs mini backpack. So this has been such a good bag. I also love it because right now we're kind of going through that sometimes it rains in the middle of the day kind of thing. So this has just been so great, and it actually holds a lot in it and is super comfortable. So this is definitely one of my favorites for the month. As some of you may have noticed from my previous videos, I did recently just cut off a lot of hair. I tend to do it every 2 years. I'm able to usually cut 10 as much as 14 inches off my hair and I donate it. This last time that I cut my hair, the hairdresser that I went to curled my hair with a straightener and I really liked the look. It's been something that I've kind of done on and off since that technique kind of came out. I just never was very good at it, and this time I feel like I've gotten much better. I have a great straightener that I got years and years ago from a professional hair stylist on one of the shows that I was doing. But what I did notice, because I have been putting mousse in my hair and also kind of a salt spray, that the my straightener has gotten super dirty. And I don't know if I'll be able to show you. Yeah, you can see right there. So this got really dirty. I've never really used product in my hair, so after probably 8 to 10 years of using this straightener, it's never been dirty. So it really bothered me the last couple weeks when I noticed that it was starting to get really dirty. And I actually tried a few different home remedy things that I had seen online. I saw alcohol, I saw a peroxide baking soda mixture, and then I read about the magic eraser, and I did it on one side knowing I was going to film this video today. I wanted to just share this little tip. This is the side before, I don't know if I'll focus. And this is the side after I use the magic eraser. So if anyone has straighteners or curling irons with a lot of buildup on it, definitely use a magic eraser. That's a tip and also a favorite of mine this month that I discovered. Another thing that I just have to share, because I have been obsessed with them this month and really for probably the last 6 months, are Jamba Juice has a acai bowl, and they also have a papaya bowl. The papaya bowl is my favorite, but I have been incredibly obsessed with them lately. I literally have been craving them. So if anyone lives by a Jamba Juice and hasn't tried them yet, definitely try them. Ask for the granola on the side. It doesn't get as soggy, and also you get twice as much. The next thing I want to share is actually, I've shared my Apple Watch before. Here is the watch. I have it in the 38 millimeter, But I recently got the new pink color, which I was so torn if I wanted to even get it. In fact, I kept it in the box for quite a long time. And I finally have started using it, and it's making me really happy when I see this pink color. It's great for summer. But I also have really been loving, I think I've mentioned this too before on my channel, but these little spacers or connectors, I guess, from Amazon. I think they're $10. I'll leave the link below, but it's just literally a little connector for your Apple Watch. But what I love about it is I'm able to use my 20mm Shinola watch bands with my Apple Watch. And recently I got a couple new fun colors. One of them is this beautiful red color, and I was looking for an Apple Watch band in red, and I really didn't like the bright red that Apple is carrying right now. So I ended up finding this great Shinola one. I love it with my Shinola watches, but I also am really liking it with the Apple Watch. So I highly recommend, if anyone has either a Shinola watch and an Apple Watch, or just has an Apple Watch and has started noticing that maybe they want leather bands but they don't want to spend $150 for a leather band, definitely recommend that. I keep toying with the idea of ordering from the Strapsmith Louis Vuitton strap, but I'm just not 100% sure that I really would wear it that much. I think if I did, I would do the Abine or the Azure print, but I still haven't really sprung for that yet. I've been really enjoying using my Shinola bands with my Apple Watch. Okay, another favorite product of mine is actually this little like shawl. I'll get up and I'll do a little mod shot of it. But this is something that I got this last month from the Rachel Zoe Box of Style. Now, I have to say, if I were to recommend the Box of Style to people, personally, I don't think that it's worth the money for the items that I've gotten. The spring one, I think there was one product in it that I really liked. This last summer one, I got sunglasses and this and a little hat, some sunscreen that I liked, but overall, I think that after the year is through, I probably will end up canceling it. They're just not products that I really think are even worth the $100. However, this little thing is so cute, and I've actually gotten a lot of use out of it. If I go out to dinner and I'm just wearing a tank top like this, I can bring it and put it on if we get in the restaurant and it's a little cold. Not too cold for sweatshirts, but just something to cover up. I feel like it's very lightweight, but it also gives you kind of a fashionable thing, but it also keeps me pretty warm. So this is definitely, oh, I guess I should tell you, it's Helena Quinn is the designer. I think this print was actually made specifically for Rachel Zoe's Box of Style, but I have really been enjoying this. So that is also another one of my favorites, and I'll insert a couple shots right now. And lastly, I have two books that I actually have been enjoying. This one is actually fairly new. This one is called Resisting Happiness, and I'll leave the links to both of these books below on Amazon. This book was one that we just kind of picked up, and so far I'm not very far into it, but I am really enjoying it. I think that so many of us strive, especially in this day and age with new technologies, being able to watch YouTube videos all the time, being able to watch, you know, scroll through Instagram, we're constantly comparing ourselves, and I am super guilty of doing this, comparing ourselves to other people, what other people have. You know, you see all these unboxing videos that we now have up on our channels, and makeup and fashion stuff, and I just think that so much of my time now is spent wanting more, wishing for more, and I'm trying really hard to get back to not necessarily wanting more, definitely getting the things that I really want, and I really enjoy the things that I get. However, I do think that that does not provide happiness, and I really am struggling with the idea of happiness. I think that my vision and in my head what I have chosen kind of, or started thinking about happiness, is this awful, big, huge, like everything in your life is perfect, and I'm realizing that my definition of happiness is really unattainable. I have started to really search for a new definition of happiness, and really how to make each day have moments where you just sit and really enjoy it. I look back to moments that I truly was happy, and I always kind of come up with these one little blips, but then I also remember in those moments I was stressed about the future, I was worried about the past, I was feeling anxious about X, Y, and Z, and I'm realizing I'm not even enjoying those moments of true happiness. I think last month when we went to Florida, we had some time in the ocean, and I remember just laughing and just feeling the water and the warmth of the sun, and in that moment I can honestly say I truly was happy. And I started to really think after that trip, why was it in that moment I could feel happiness, but so much of my life I'm so stressed and bogged down with all these other emotions? So this is kind of a journey that I'm starting to really go through to kind of redefine happiness in my life. So this was a book that we picked up that I so far am really enjoying. I also, if some of you watch my Instagram stories, I have posted I think a few pictures of this on there. At night lately, it's been really nice, not too hot, and we have a really little front porch, but I have really been enjoying sitting out on the porch. I bought some flowers, and I go out there at night and I just sit and enjoy the neighbors walking by, the dog when she's not really barking really loud, I'll bring her out, and a lot of times my boyfriend will sit out on the porch with me, and sometimes we go through emails and do stuff online. Other times, you know, he'll be on his phone or I'll be on my phone checking Instagram. But lately, I have really been enjoying just flipping through good coffee table books. I have so many coffee table books, and I think they're so great to kind of flip through, but it's really fun to really read them or to look at them and to kind of go over the pictures. This was a book that I purchased used, I think on Amazon actually. It ended up being, I got such a good deal on it, which is why I could not pass it up. But this is the Louis Vuitton City Bags, a natural history book, and it has just beautiful pictures, and it really shows like the history of so much of their products, and it kind of shows where a product, you know, the first things that they invented and how the family tree kind of trickles down to the items that we are buying and loving today. So that's been really fun to do as well. Thanks for checking out another one of my favorite videos. Hopefully you guys all had a great month and your summer is really off to a great start. Some of you halfway through the summer. If you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. I look forward to hearing from you. And again, thanks. Easy hair today. Not really sure. I do that all the time. Let's try again. Also, not the bag. It's actually something actually have been straightening